Okay, David.
David Moore, Dallas Morning News. How do you describe just such a wide variance from how you played in the opener to how you played here today, 8 days later?
I think, going back to my comments during the week, I felt like we were playing a playoff caliber team. I think you look at the preparation coming into it, look at their games last year, which obviously you do in week 2. And they played well last week. Disappointed, very disappointed in the way we played. From the top down, starting myself here, the finish, particularly, as far as the different battles as you go through the game, the run game battle, we didn't win that on either side. Obviously the turnover battle, they won that. So I thought they did a better job finishing plays, and they hit their big plays. I think we were -3 at halftime. I don't know what it ended up, but we needed to keep pace. Complementary football. Defense was struggling obviously, throughout the first 3 quarters. And we need to score touchdowns in the red zone. And we had some execution challenges that they were better than we were. So if we could have kept pace with them and kept that to a 1-score, possible 2-score game, then you come down the stretch and you're competing to win. So. You need adversity games like this. You definitely don't want to ever perform like this. They played well. Give them credit. But yeah, I think like all of us, we're disappointed with our performance today. But the true reality is we'll take the film tomorrow. That'll tell the complete story. There's no burn the tape. I'll sit here, so we don't. That's not the way I've ever operated. So we will take a hard look at it. Because we all need to learn from it. We got a new defensive staff, and this is the first time we were on cloud 9 last week, and now we got punched, and no differently offensively. We did not handle the adversity part of it to keep pace with the way the game was going. So, and more importantly, our young players they need to learn from this experience. So that's where we are. We're 1-1.
Clarence Hill, former Star Teller. Clarence Hill, All City, Dallas. With all due respect, the offense need to keep pace was a theme that was the last time we were at AT&T Stadium against Green Bay. I hate bringing back Green Bay, but how do you explain the lack of resistance on defense? You couldn't stop them on third down. You couldn't stop run. You kept giving up big plays in the passing game.
Well, I don't think the last time we played here has anything to do with it. I understand the convenience of the criticism, and obviously I'm on the other side of it. So. But yeah, I think we've had changes on defense. Some of the changes we made was to put the emphasis on the run defense. Was not evident today. I mean, no doubt about it. They got the ball on our perimeter, time and time again. And they're in the second level. So once again, it's I got to quit saying we need to play much better. I need to coach better, and you never want to play that way, especially at home.
Yeah. Tim Kalishaw, Dallas Morning News. You don't seem overly shocked by this. Was there some concern on your part going in? You said you saw this as a Saints as a playoff team, that maybe your players didn't see them as a playoff team, weren't taking them seriously enough.
I don't know. Shocked. You compete in the NFL. We've been very good at home. The numbers speak for themselves. You don't ever want to lose a game, let alone lose like that. But it can happen to anybody in this league, and frankly, you'd rather happen early. So, yeah, I'm dishonest when you guys ask me what I think of the other team. Maybe I should just most other people do. Throw candy out there. But I thought they were a good team coming in there, and I thought they played well. If you watch the last 8 games of their season and where they played last week, so I mean this was a challenge, and we got to worry about ourselves. We can't worry about what other people think or say or what comes out of this. We need to just stay true to the football part of it, stay present, and work on this. So we got a lot of work to do. I told you that I stood here 7 days ago and talked about all the work all the work that we needed to do, and we won by 3 scores. So this is part of this September football, challenge. And hey, in 7 days we got another playoff team coming in here. So we'll take the time tomorrow to learn from it, and we'll get ready for Baltimore.
They scored touchdowns on their first 6 possessions. I mean, that's kind of unheard of in today's game.
It's happened before. You know, I don't think anybody punted till the fourth quarter, so we just didn't score touchdowns.
Elwin Henderson, Gilmer Mirror. Mike, did they do anything you hadn't planned for?
Well, I just think, I mean, the commonality, just the way we were stressed, I think, starting, with us on offense, we went to more of a sub-package game. So, when you do that, it's a little more stress on your edges. And once again, going through the specifics of the video, give you a clearer picture of that. I think, their offense versus our defense, they, the shifts and motions in the run game, particularly the edge stuff, the ball on the perimeter, was time and time again. So obviously we're going to have to have a good answer for that moving forward, because it's just like anything in this league. When you put it on tape, you're going to see it again and again. So we put a lot on tape today.
Sydney Staples, D210 Sports. What did you learn about your team today?
What did I learn about them? I think it kind of tells you, where you are. We've played 2 games, and the consistency of winning in week 1 and building off that did not occur today. So we took a step backwards. So we got to get back to work.
Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. You guys were so good last week, and this week it looked like an 180. But where do you think you guys are sort of on that pendulum?
Yeah, I didn't think we were so good last week. I think we played really well on defense. For 4 quarters, and I thought we played well on offense for the first half. So we got up on them, and then you flip it. This is a different game, different challenge. We knew they were going to commit to the run, and they did, and they had success doing it. And we really didn't make the quarterback play. We didn't get him off the spot very often. He was able to stay in a positive sticks situation. So, and that's the way you want to play. And offensively, with 14, 13. I mean, we had double-digit play drives over and over again. We didn't put the ball in the end zone. We got to put the ball in the end zone, especially for what was going on the other side of the ball. So, special teams really didn't factor much today. But we got to score touchdowns, and we got to do a better job stopping them.
Dave. Mike, when a game kind of starts slipping away from you on one side like it did defensively today, how does that impact the other side of the ball as far as when you see it getting away? Is it common for a team to kind of start more mistakes as they press more, or is that something you say you just can't get into?
Yeah, I mean, we went to a 2-minute operation there at the end of the third, early fourth quarter, and so I thought Dak did a good job being patient, taking the check downs and that's what you have to do. And then we, Donald gets the big stop there, with the turnover, and we didn't capitalize on it. So that's when I thought the game kind of swung. That was our chance to swing it back and try to get it to a 2-score game.
Getting back to the run game offensively, can you just talk about the Deuce Vaughn package? You lose Deuce and Cavante a lot early on, and what we were trying to accomplish there.
Well, there was some run-pass options there, so I think that's just more how the ball was distributed. But yeah, we're trying to make sure all those guys are involved. It's you have game plan, you have personnel groups and matchups you like to attack, and it's a long year too. We're trying to play these guys and be as versatile as possible. We got the quarterback that can handle it and manage it. So that's really what that's all about.
The lack of a big play part of it. I mean, you had a lot of long drives, but when you do all those drives, you have to be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, look at the depth of their safety. It's different than last week. So that was one of the things disappointing from last week was the opportunity for potential big plays. But they're going to be deeper in the deepest and match you, and so sometimes you got to be a little more patient, which we've shown we've been able to do. But when you get down in there, you got to hit your shots.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Any other injury updates? I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't stop there.
I was just going to ask you, Edward, WFA. We talked earlier in the week about the commonality of this system, being what Green Bay and San Francisco have given you trouble with. Is it more disconcerting because it continues to be problem defensively against that particular style of offense?
Well, I mean, you have to recognize it. I mean, the lead outside zone is the starting point of it, and we're not very good at all against it today. So, and it's happened in the past. So, I mean, yeah, we're definitely going to spend more time on it. I mean, that's all we know how to do. I mean, that was part of the, some of the changes that we made to the run defense, and it didn't exhibit itself today. Thank you.